Hello and welcome to Talking Flutes Bitesize, the almost micropod length episode sandwiched between our usual Talking Flutes and Talking Flutes Extra pods. This week we're going to be looking at a few solutions and strategies for musicians who suffer from performance anxiety. If you're a musician who experiences nervousness or fear when performing in front of others, you are not alone. Let me repeat that, you are not alone. Performance anxiety is a common experience for many of us, but the good news is that there are strategies and techniques that can help you manage and overcome these feelings. Sadly, there isn't a one-size-fits-all technique or strategy, as we all experience these feelings in a different way and therefore require almost a unique strategy tailored to ourselves. So first, let us talk about some of the causes of performance anxiety. One major factor is the fear of judgment or criticism from others. When we perform, we're often putting ourselves in a vulnerable position, and the fear of being judged or criticised can for some be overwhelming. Another factor is the pressure we put on ourselves to perform perfectly. As musicians, we often have very high standards for ourselves, and the fear of failing short of these standards can create anxiety. So what can we do to manage and overcome performance anxiety? Well, here are some strategies for you to try. Number 1, practice visualization and relaxation techniques. Visualization involves imagining yourselves performing successfully in front of an audience, while relaxation techniques such as deep breathing and progressive muscle relaxation can help calm your nerves before a performance. Number 2, reframe your thinking. Instead of focusing on the fear of failure, or the fear of judgment, or the fear of performance, try to reframe your thinking around the enjoyment of performing and sharing your music with others. As we said, perfection doesn't exist, so reframe your idea of creating perfection to one of enjoyment. Number 3, set realistic goals. Putting too much pressure on yourself to perform perfectly can be a good breeding ground for the creation of anxiety. Set realistic goals for yourself and focus on the process of improving and learning rather than the outcome of performance. Point 4, get support. Talk to other musicians or a mental health professional about your anxiety. It can be helpful to have someone to talk to who understands what you're going through. Let's face it, when we're up on a stage or in an exam or in an audition or in a competition, we feel alone on that stage, so other musicians can offer the support and guidance as what's helped them. Number 5, practice mindfulness. Mindfulness involves being present in the moment and not getting caught up in anxious thoughts or worries. I know that's easier said than done, but if you are living in the moment, the thought of the future or what's happened in the past doesn't come in the picture. It is only now that matters. Incorporating mindfulness techniques such as meditation or breathing exercises into your practice routine can help you reduce your anxiety levels. Is it possible to eliminate anxiety levels? It is very difficult to eliminate. We have a heightened sense of awareness when we're performing, and these nerves inside can be viewed in a positive context. So our aim is to reduce the levels of anxiety to a point where we are comfortable. Point 6, prepare thoroughly. Practicing and preparing as much as possible before a performance builds your confidence and reduces anxiety. Anxiety levels can be exacerbated by you knowing in your heart of hearts that you haven't practiced or put enough effort into what you are doing. So make sure your practice and preparations are thorough. Point 7, get enough rest and exercise. Creating a routine that you follow before every performance can really help you feel more in control and less anxious. What you don't want is for your anxiety levels to start steering you down this dark corridor. You want to be in control, almost when that first feeling of anxiety comes up saying, "Hi, I wonder where you've been. I was expecting you ages ago." Almost taking the lid off the pressure cooker so the anxiety can't actually get you. Remember, overcoming performance anxiety is a process, and it may take time to find the strategies and techniques that work best for you. So be patient with yourself and keep trying different approaches until you can find one that actually works best. Number 8, develop a pre-performance routine. Creating a routine that you follow before every performance can really help you feel more in control and less anxious. Your routine can include warm-up exercises, visualization, deep breathing, or really any other activities that help you feel calm and prepared. It's important, therefore, that you stay in that very moment. If you're sat in a green room or you're sat in the practice room before you go on stage, instead of spending the time visualizing ahead, be in the moment. What can you smell? What can you hear? What can you see? Point 9, use positive self-talk. Replace negative self-talk such as, oh no, I'm going to mess up, or I'm feeling really nervous, or oh no, this feeling is really overwhelming, with positive shift affirmations such as, I'm well prepared and ready to perform. This can help alter your mindset from one from anxiety to one of, let's say, a bit more confidence. Point 10, focus on the music. Instead of focusing on the audience or your own fears and insecurities, try to immerse yourself in the music and the experience of performing. You're telling a story to an audience, so as soon as your focus goes beyond this storytelling narrative, you're in danger of becoming overwhelmed with any fears or nerves that are bubbling up under the surface. Feel more connected to the music will enable you to become less self-conscious. Point 11, embrace imperfection. No performance is ever perfect. Let me say that again. No performance is ever perfect. Embrace the natural ups and downs of performing and focus on expressing yourself through the music rather than achieving flawless technique. At the end of the day, our performance is based around the judgment of people in the audience or on a panel. They too are not looking for perfection. They are looking for a story that moves them. They are looking for you to transport them into a world where you're explaining, you're creating colours, you're creating a story. Don't be a robot. Point 12, learn to manage physical symptoms. Performance anxiety can manifest itself in physical symptoms such as sweating, shaping, or nausea. Learning some techniques to manage these symptoms, such as deep breathing or progressive muscle relaxation, can really help you feel more in control and less anxious. And the key here is the word less anxious. We're not trying to eliminate anxiety, because if we can, then there'll be a one-size-fits-all approach. We're looking at marginal gains, taking little routes that can help to decrease our anxiety levels. Point 13. Seek out performance opportunities. While it might be tempting to avoid performing altogether if you suffer from anxiety, the more you perform, the more comfortable and confident you're likely to become. Seek out opportunities to perform in a supportive and non-judgmental environment, such as open mic nights or community performances. Find areas in which you can play in front of people. The more you play, the more comfortable you will become. There is no quick fix. So remember, managing performance anxiety is not a one-size-fits-all solution. In summary, managing performance anxiety as a musician requires a combination of strategies, including practicing visualization and relaxation techniques, reframing your thinking, setting realistic goals, seeking support, practicing mindfulness, preparing thoroughly, taking care of your physical health, developing a pre-performance routine, using positive self-talk, focusing on the music, embracing imperfection, learning to manage physical symptoms, and seeking out performance opportunities. By incorporating each and every one of these strategies into your practice routine and daily life, you too can learn to manage your anxiety and perform with much more confidence and ease. So I'll leave you today with this question. Stress and anxiety is normal for artists. What are you going to do, and what strategies are you now going to put in place to help reduce these and the effect that it has on your well-being, to enable you to enjoy making music and enjoy being a musician?
Talking Flutes and Talking Flutes Extra are podcast productions by the Trevor James Flute Company. For more information, visit trevorjamesflutes.com.